Don't really get your shield is green. Green is my favorite color. Oi! 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 You're trying to approaches. Hey. Mr. Renegade, your shield is green. Green is my favorite color. You showing your approaches. Lasers! Laser! Pew! Take it, Minnie! Mr. Enemy!
There's nothing coming through here. Okay, so I think just making a new thing ended up making it work. Okay, good to know. All right, give me just a sec. We'll switch back to multiverse. All right, we're good to go. Where were we? So basically, we have an extra layer of shield, so we can have 3 layers, which means we're pretty safe whenever we're running 4 layers of the artillery. Artillery pierces shields, so it should be able to deal with just about anything, but we might need to use the weapons if we need to break through an energy shield or the like. So from that, what we got here is a lot of lasers, a pinpoint. So as long as we have some decent dodge, I think we should be fine here. The only major problem is we don't have a lot of control over where the artillery goes after stuff. But we went after the weapons, so I think we're probably fine to continue the fight. The orchid, is it a cultivator? Has an ability that distributes spores in a room. It does a lot of weird things, including doubling the health of all crewmates in there, and doubling any power they contribute or drain. So it works really good when they're on a ship and you have Zoltans, or if you're boarding with them and you have leeches. So you can actually drain a whole bunch of power if you have the right boarding setup. Alright. They're in weapons. We can hold them off for a while, honestly. We're not in a hurry. And because the spores are already here, you can actually just move over and deal with this. It really do be like that. Get max artillery and we should be fine for most encounters. Only problem is getting through the early game. And that's only because we don't have any shields. We are also playing on increased speed because I have no idea how long the stream is going to go, and if we have to restart mid-run because we didn't see a Hector shop, I don't want it to take too long to get there. So, doing good so far. Emancipated Sanctuary is interesting, but we're not going to want to reroute because we'll miss our opportunity to get to Hector shop if something shows up in Sector 4. We're going to try to go to the Nexus. If we don't get the reroute we need to get to the Hector Mega Market, we're probably just going to do a regular Chaos ending. But we got a lot of options for the time being, so we're going to actually just have to get through this sector and see where we end up. Nothing we need to activate so far. Next thing we want to do is actually start looking into getting some resources or better weapons. Let's see. Ooh, what do we want to get? So, ideally we don't destroy it, but, well, whatever happens, happens. The Alt MFK is the cruiser that has the human bonuses, right? I don't remember which ones have which artillery. That's kind of annoying, but can't do a whole lot with that, but we are gonna want to get this here. Yeah, probably want them here anyway.
You trying to approaches?
That's really annoying. Can anything with the, not a whole lot with the engines right now. And 5% dodge chance probably isn't enough. You don't need to be in here right now, so you might actually just want to leave. Work something out. This could be a dicey fight if we're not careful. If I remember correctly about the Alt MFK, I remember that you could usually just blitz the early game just because you have such good boarding, but you don't really get the chance to diversify once you get to the Nexus or other endings. That was a problem I had with it there. I think the one time I did get there, I wasn't really feeling my chances against Prime, so I just accepted a game over when I got to him. Let's see, what are we doing now? Kind of just keep on keeping on. I think we might want to increase power in case we need to go into weapons, but we can use that now for just keeping our dodge chance up. The longer we can keep up the energy shields, the less we have to do. Well, it's a good thing we already had it so we could break it down. Otherwise, we'd have to get rid of something for it.
Renegade is big scary.
Okay. Alright, let's see. This was actually a really scary... This could be a really scary fight. They have the... Oh, crap. This is the one that has the guaranteed fire. That could be a problem. I think we're probably still good to take it. Okay, that's a... Actually, yeah, I'm probably gonna want... Okay, they're there. Which means I probably want this to be deoxygenated. Well, we can't actually pilot that, so I'm just occupying him for now. And I think we're good to just kind of keep this going for the time being. Not the best, not the worst. Okay, they're almost dead. So we can kind of just focus on keeping them from causing too much trouble. Does mean that piloting isn't doing anything for us at the moment. We aren't going to be able to break through. We may as well just keep this going.
Okay, a beam incoming! Watch out! Hey!
Good enough. Little extra dodge chance. Ooh, that's really nice. I forgot what this one does. 2 power, 4 shots, 3 per. Well, that's a decent gun for the time being. Yeah, I don't want to think about how I deal with Sylvan Sea in Chaos mode. Especially with this loadout. We're kind of lacking just because we had to spend so much scrap getting shields online. We might actually want to just go for another layer of artillery. Though we just priced ourselves out of that. Well, we have options. Whatever happens next. Okay, so that's gonna be annoying to deal with. I've never used this before, so I have no idea what it means when it says it spawns. Not... Okay, that was stupid. I forgot to, restore... or fix the rest of my system. Okay. That's something. We have no dodge chance, and do I want to? Yeah, we might as well just keep this online as best we can. NG definitely feel like they haven't gotten a lot to go off of, at least since the beginning of a multiverse, which means that they always look a bit lacking. The same is kind of true of the Free Mantis and a lot of the rock stuff. So it's just kind of a question of, you know, update priority. The snowman is something that gets spawned by this chaotic renegade weapon. I don't remember exactly what it does. Mostly just because I haven't used a lot of chaotic renegade equipment before. Okay, wait for that to come back. We have enough to afford this, and this halves the time we use to get the beam going. So that could honestly just solve a lot of fights as long as the rest of our defense is up to snuff. I think we actually do want to go all in on weapons here. Oh, this is never going to... This is going to have a hard time hitting. Good enough. Alright. We don't really want the Harmony Link, just because that's a hard fight that we're not going to follow up on. This is such a good track, yeah. Alright. Got online. Don't need these weapons. Stuff is getting through our fields faster. I should probably start investing in doors. I really do have a soft spot for the multiverse soundtrack and the tracks made for it, but it's hard to measure up to original FTL's tracks. Ben Fronti just made really, really good music for this. To be honest, this might be a bit excessive, but it still works. Okay, don't need the fuel conserver. We kind of do want extra weapons, but I don't think it's worthwhile for us to buy stuff right now. We don't need a teleporter. We have good crew, but we just don't need that much. Sensors would be nice, but it's not a good use of scrap right now, and we'll have time. Don't really see a reason for missiles. Chain energy could be a good long-term thing, but I don't know how much we need it right now. It's going to take too long to get going if we want it to kind of supplement our artillery. So I'm kind of thinking we're good to sell it. We'll have access to better stuff later in the game. We do want to see if we can afford hacking sometime in the future. We have upgraded doors. Kind of just want more crewmates at this point. I think we didn't get any in this sector. I probably could have chosen a different option for that NG. We got a couple jumps back asking to replicate something. I don't remember which of those give you new crewmates. Well, speak of the devil. All my homies hate Harmony. Jeez. I might actually just get the thing that halves the effects of, or gives you a 50% chance to stop ion. Though technically we already have ion resistance just because of our, combo here. That's not a high bar to clear, though. That's the thing. Let's see what distress is. I love that one of the only, like, times you can get a good outcome for having bad reputation is against Harmony. It's the only... In the Ancient Recovery Zone, I think there's a Separatist entity that will sell to you if you tell them you have negative Harmony rep. Although that might not just be an Ancient Recovery Zone thing. I am not sending down my crew. That's a little bit of hull repair. That's not bad. Cheap weapon. Never complain about that. We actually have enough that we could conceivably go for a little bit extra if we really need to go all in. But I kind of think we want more shields before then. Or really, we probably just want better engines. And more systems. Ah, thank God. A sail. Crap, what kind of modular weapon would I want to go for? If we're going to the chaos part of stuff, we don't really need to have a good fire weapon. Especially because we can get the laser beam anyway. Contact the guard, beat up the guard. That's how we do it. I don't like that. That's not that bad. Although it is really annoying that they can just kind of do this. Ow. I don't like that. Okay. Okay, they're dead. That's fine. Stall for time. Don't worry about this. Come on. How are we doing on health? Not that bad. Oh, right. Beat him up. Leeches are good if you know how to use them, but the thing is, if you're not like making full use of them, they're just really annoying because they'll get mind controlled and you'll start losing power in your own systems. Oh, hold on, we got a breach. This is a bad idea. Go in here, y'all go in there. What kind of upgrades do we want from here? We might want another level of cloaking or engines. But I think we want to wait till we actually get to a shop and buy our last system. What do we have room for? One more? Yeah. I think we'll probably just go for hacking. Augmented are a secret crewmate, so I don't put them on the same, like, playing field as other ones. Doesn't mean they're better, it just means they're different. Actually, no, I think we want this to bust through Sultan shields. You're not doing anything, you can go here. And don't move here anymore. Okay, that's a lot of things I don't like. It took me a really long time to appreciate shells. Just because I didn't play them with hacking, and I was always scared of them suffocating. Okay, so this, and here, 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 or here, 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 here. Yeah, we should be good. Points. Good, nothing. We have money, so we can afford pretty much anything. No systems. Chat, do you think it's worthwhile for me to get a modular missile? We could get half of the icy hot missiles I love. And I'm not going to use the targeting tool right now. Think it's better to get this or wait till we go to another shop and can get hacking. Yeah, I don't hate it. We'll do lockdown missiles. And if that's the case, we can start selling off some of these. I don't think we're going to need this anytime soon. Modular weapon. And we can actually start trivializing fights if we add some performance upgrades. But we're going to hold off on that for a little bit, just because I want a little bit more so we can afford hacking if we come across it. That could be a problem. Close doors, see where they show up. Go over there. That's kind of annoying. Actually, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Nothing for us to do. Okay. Systems, nothing good right now. I could go for the backup battery just to have it. And I think we should still have enough to buy hacking if we find it in another shop. I think we're good for that. Collect. Enough for hacking. No modules that we need. We're good to go. All right, we're into the mega market. And no modules we need, so we don't need to sell anything. Today I choose violence. One, two, three, four, five. I kind of just need more crewmates. Yeah, we'll put you in, crap, where do I want you to go? Weapons, I guess. We're not using them actively, so we don't care too much if they get drained. And if we really want to, we could actually invest in the lab upgrade that makes them generate power, and we could put them in here, and we'd have like 3 layers of ion resistant shielding. That could be good, but we don't need that right now. That's putting a lot of crew in one. That is a really good hint that you can kind of. It's a really good hint to Sylvan's heritage, that he uses Hector weapons, and he uses them really well. Politics, quest marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do that. missiles. Gonna break through there, so we'll probably use that pretty soon. Crap. It's an ASD. Not yet. Now. What is my favorite dinosaur? That's a good question. I can't speak English today, so bear with me. You gotta go with a velociraptor sometimes, but only if it has feathers. It's not wrong if it doesn't have feathers, it just thinks it's cool if it does. Let's keep it simple. That's a lot of it now, like that. Oh, that's terrible. Take off of here, put them off and dodge.
Take it, Mini! Mr. Enemy!
That hacking could be a real problem for us.
Vessel! Pew, pew, pew!
I should have been using this from the start. I was not thinking too much about using hacking. That was dumb. We don't care about this, so... Let's see, what else is on fire? Nothing yet. Okay, who's blowing stuff up? Oh, someone's in the backup battery room. You get on carrying weapons.
Coming! Watch out! Hey!
Not yet, actually. Good news is that the weapons aren't doing anything, although you are suffocating, so I don't think that's great. Actually, yeah. There we go. Okay. So... You get repairing. You get repairing. You get repairing. I keep forgetting that leeches will recover on their own. I need to be using that more often. Let's not risk it. Okay. So there's another breach somewhere here. Oh, here we go. Fun gnome times indeed. Let's take a look. How are we doing on everything else? We could get more shields, eventually. We might actually want to get an upgrade in cloaking. We kind of put that off for a while. Although we could cycle pretty well with just hacking and cloaking. I wish I remembered to do that in the beginning of this fight. I could at least plan around it. What do we want to do? Oh yeah, quest. Don't need a slave. Let's end this. I should hope I don't need one. Or want one. I'm the same way. It's one of the things where I know it's one of the most versatile systems in the game, but I know that I'm way too stingy with it. I've played Into the Breach when it came out, and a little bit after the fact, but I'm so bad at the specific prioritization you need to do in that game. I've beaten one run on normal a long time ago, but I do not think I could get past maybe 2 or 3 islands if I played it today. Fantastic soundtrack, though. Can't deny that. We could do 2 more. You know, I don't think I'm gonna blow up an orphanage. We'll just deal with the revolutionary then. He would. They would. Oh, that did nothing this fight. I was wondering why I didn't have the block enemies too. Hacking, you're over there. Intercept. This could actually take a while if it comes to this. Alright, tag out. When we get to the later stages of a run, I'm probably gonna... Oh, I have a lot of scrap. Yeah, let's draw up our defenses. It's one of those things you forget. And it bites you because you forget. Leeches definitely feel like they were invited to part of the faction. Though I think they got potential to be interesting. Let's see. Before I forget. And there. Shield it up. Alright. Station. I do want to start upgrading enough that I can afford to increase the artillery charge time. Hey, welcome to the stream, Kuchu Train. Been a while. Hope you're doing good. Duskbringer Stronghold. What do I want from here? I could get Devorak, maybe? Maybe on Rock. I can't remember if this is the right sector for it. Decoy buoys. I've gone here only a handful of times, I think. Nice. Okay. Let's see. What's gonna help me out long and short term. There's going to be a lot of Zoltan boarding, and that could be a problem if I don't really have good med-based stuff. I think I might actually want to upgrade this. Yeah, let me increase the audio a bit. Is this any better? I'm saying it again. Does this sound good? It kind of varies when you start using the onboard lab. I tend to kind of ignore it until I have a specific use for it in mind. Like you see here, I have a lot of varied crewmates. All of them are good at just kind of doing their own thing, and I'm not really lacking in stuff. But if I was really starved for energy, I might actually, or I was having a lot of trouble with ions, I might actually get the double energy, half health upgrade for Zoltans. And with that, I basically have 8 points of power, and I'd be able to double the health with the spores. I probably didn't need to go with this guy into a fight, but it is funny. This. Hold on. I'd have to edit it outside of, hold that thought. I'm trying to do this fight in real time as well. I think I'd have to edit it outside of OBS, but it might take me a little bit. I could move the microphone a teeny bit closer and see if that helps. Let me know if that makes any difference. Quick break to get some water. Probably don't need this at the moment. Yeah, it's not going to take us below 2 pips of energy for this, so we're not really threatened by it. Okay. Oh. I keep thinking we got borders, but that's just them doing their on-ship teleportation. I'm glad I didn't kill a teenager there. Now I get a fleet delay. I think we're good. Do we want to do anything special? I don't think we even need to have the weapons on for this fight. So I might as well do it just to train the guy on weapons. No surrender. Hold that thought. I might have missed a call. The Dustbringer tracks are good in that they build off of kind of the original Zoltan area themes really well. It's like just the right amount of understated to kind of evoke what's going on there. At least in my opinion. Do I need anything from a store or need to offload anything? Not really. We could trade, but, nah. Okay, this was actually kind of a mistake. I need to... That's a lot of drones. Shucks. I think we're probably good. Oh, I don't even need that on. Wow, this is a lot of drones, and weapons are useless. Let's see. I'm a little low on fuel, and if I want to get upgrades later, that might help out. Yeah, that's a lot of drones. I'm thinking I'm not about that kind of negativity. Let's take a look. We can take one more crewmate, and if I remember correctly, I think Anorak is hiding out in one of these nebulas. But we're a long way off from having to actually worry about getting to the end. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because if we get a quest from one of these, we are going to want a little bit of leeway, because it might spawn over here. Oh, right. The blue spores are part of the Floral Praetor special ability. It disperses lingering effects. So when I use this, it doubles the health of everyone in the room, but because I have a Zoltan in the room, it also doubles the energy contribution. So it goes from 2 supplied pips to 4, which is really nice. Makes our life a lot easier when it comes to powering our shields and keeping them protected from drones. I forgot to heal my crewmates again. This is kind of a problem. And I don't need to do that. I can just go into the foot and hold on to this for a little bit. They might actually try to jump onto the ship. Okay, they're in cloak. They're in there, and I need to move over here. I could probably move these guys over here as well. We are going to actually have to be a little bit careful. Can I move these guys? I can't move the snowmen around. God, that's a lot of crewmates. Okay, gonna want this on. Probably want this on as well. I don't think the enemy ship is long for this world, but these guys are gonna explode on us. It's a pretty cool effect. They're great with leeches, believe it or not, because you can just pop them onto an enemy ship, turn on the spores, and you're suddenly draining 2 layers of shields where you'd only drain 1 before. It's really good with some of the unique leech crewmates. I think Tony ends up being really good with that. Alright, you're about to explode. Get you on shields. It doesn't matter, does it? Because they're going to be able to jump out anyway. But I am a little scared of you, so we're going to move you here. And I'm fine with you blowing up in there and getting stuff around. I think it's probably time to go back to normal speed, because it's going to get way too chaotic, way too fast, and we've already gotten to the late stage of the run. So that hurts a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. You can stay back here. You're going to go on to shielding. Keep them in here. Delay them a little bit. Oh, never mind. They both went for it. Who's blowing up? Oh, someone's in artillery. Yeah, beat him up. There he blows. Oh, that's on fire. That's not good. Take care of that. No, yeah, the a Mussolini cruiser. It's no surprise that there's a very funny black and white photo that you have to instruct the Dustbringer about in this sector. Let me double check and do a inventory of everything going on here. I've been playing at 1.5 times speed for long enough that I have to reacclimate to the normal speed now. Long enough this run, anyway. We have good shielding, pretty good engines, not bad weapons, but not a lot of energy to use them. So I think we can install this, go ahead and get the performance upgrade, and invest the next thing into a point of power. We are good on weapons and everything else. We may as well install the lab now that we have an upgraded med bay. And I need to see what upgrades I could actually get at this point. Nanite efficiency would work great, but I kind of want environmental adaptations just so I'm not worried about whatchamacallit. Breaches. But if that's the case, I might as well just get breach sealant. It's possible. I'm not too surprised either, but I feel like that's a bit too on the nose. I don't want to have to tell people, yeah, no, I've been playing the Adolf cruiser. You can do a whole lot in multiverse, and it took me such a long time to realize how many options you had, especially with the new kinds of crewmates. I know there's one, like, planned, unreleased major faction in Multiverse. It's the Aquarians, I think, and they're basically seal people. And I have no idea how they're gonna work on ships. Zoltan overclocking would be good with this, just because we have the tools to make it work. Because you can see he has 130 health right now. But we'd have to get full shields to get full use of it, and I'm not sure it's really necessary at the moment. We're probably going to be replacing 2 or 3 of our crewmates with slugs or sylvans once we get into the Nexus. So I don't think going too hard into a particular build is that important right now. So I think we don't need to make any major investments in the lab at the moment. I might actually go for the the self-recovering Zoltan skill, because it's really hard to commit to getting them out of the room when they're in the middle of a fight. So the more you can keep them kind of just healthy, the better. We don't need to do too much for them with this. So we're sitting pretty at the moment. Go ahead and use this so we can start chipping away at the shields. Though if we're doing it like this, we should do it like so. So only one weapon goes off when that happens. So actually, now that we've gone through the shield, we don't need to like continuously bombard. Kind of just don't want to deal with whatever stun or ion effects come from that. That's fine. Someone's on the cruiser. Anything else getting destroyed? Go into nano mode to fight them. That's kind of annoying. Oh, you're practically dead. Someone's in hacking. You want to go there. You probably want to go there as well. Ow.
Mr. Enemy!
They can spawn another guy in. Doesn't look like it. Shields on. Like here, we really, if my Peacekeeper got damaged, I would not want him leaving in the middle of the fight. So I might want the, what you call it? You probably don't want to be in this room. Your health is getting a little low. When I realized how good the tools you could actually get in the Nexus were for dealing with Prime, I got a lot more consistent about fighting him. I didn't have to rely on, oh, I have 10 billion morphs. The best way you can tell what the gnome is actually saying is to look in the actual files for Multiverse and just see what they're labeled. That's honestly kind of just how I figured out what they said. That and just listening until I gained, not reading comprehension, whatever the auditory version of that is. So just listening. Yeah. I got good at listening. We could probably upgrade piloting for now. Not again. Oh. Hey, we get to kill Kick Your Ass Kyle. Oh, this isn't the event. Never mind. Okay, wrong one. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna do that, get you here, so we have a little bit of dodge. We'll leave that on for this one. Nah, not much I can do aside from that. I may as well just go with this, get the last layer of shield. Close the doors. Good enough. Don't need you there anymore. You're in artillery. We want you out of there. You to move over there. Too bad we didn't get any systems off, but I guess it probably would have. Ow. What can I do from here? Do I need anything else? We just kind of need to stall him. We can figure out the rest of it. Yeah, this would have been terrifying if I was playing on 2x speed. Okay, that's terrifying even on normal speed. Okay, let's see. Shit, we're out of power. Okay, okay, out of here. I cannot move you out of here, so I kind of just want you to deal with the last guy. Okay. Oh, jeez. A lot of people are blowing up, and I don't know why. Oh, there was a timer. I was not paying attention. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Well, you swing and a miss. Let's heal up and deal with people who are still mad at us. Okay. Ow. Okay, get everything fixed up. Everyone's in good health. Could use a little bit more strength. I use medbay really frequently, so I never get a chance to take full advantage of Dustbringer. So one of the better ways to use it, I really like the Deverak cruiser boarding where you just have them drink a bunch of soup and then just turn into unbelievable tanks. You know, I will take a Peacekeeper. So I am never going to have to worry about energy again. Okay, now that I have that, I can actually invest a little bit more in the other system. I could actually break through a shield. Why didn't I use the hacking last fight? I'm stupid. Okay, someone's on the ship. Let's see where they're at. Over here. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna wait till we're at about 7 shots, then we're just gonna unload everything into weapons. Actually, I don't care. They can't actually break through my shielding. Yeah, let's just go into breaking the shields. Okay, who's actually blowing up? Full open boarding is really fun. Most of the time you kind of have to compromise because you only have access to 1 or maybe 2 Obens in a run, but if you can get like a full 4 Oben boarding crew, and it's not that hard if you use the Salt Sea and bring them to the Nexus, you can have a lot of fun with that. Oh, they all left. That's good. How are we doing on this? Oh, we have 2 heavy energies. We should have went to a shop if we could have. I am actually gonna take 5-minute break to go to the bathroom. Enjoy this stream graphic I lovingly made for everyone. Alright, I'm back, but I am going to take like 30 seconds to reacquaint. Okay, we're back. I can't remember what the unique event in the Duskbringer Stronghold is or where you started, so I'm just going to keep hunting down the find the mysterious ship. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the one. This is Anarok. Oh, we could bring Anarok to the nebula. I never see that event. This is one of those weird events where if you won't notice it unless you actually pay attention to it. I want to say that you can actually see a tree lizard thing somewhere in the text here. Though right now I'm just kind of skimming through it. Here we go. You can as well, yeah. I think I might try to do that this run if there's room on the ship. Though it's going to be hard to justify keeping him over a Peacekeeper or one of the Sylvans. Welcome to the stream, Quarter Life Burnouts. I know you are mystified by FTL, and modded FTL is not going to make that any easier. How do I do this fight? Fuck, that's the wrong room. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world, not the best thing either. But we do have fully powered artillery, so we're not that worried. It's probably fine. They don't have any warding, so we're not super worried about whatever they're doing. Don't need this at the moment. We are going to get the extra level. Does it matter, though? I don't think it actually matters. I think we do want this all into evade. No, we're not actually firing weapons. That's not a problem. Just put it all in the cloak and it'll be fine. Yeah, Neapolitan FTL is a real treat. Let's put it that way. Alright, we're keeping Honorok, but now I have to figure out who I'm taking out for Honorok. You had your time in the sun, Leech, but it's time. But now it's your time in space. It does mean we are going to be able to power one thing of weapons. Is the New Order battleship the one with Honorok and Devarok? And the one that gives you like super teleportation for everybody? Okay. I don't like that. Oh, that's right, I can turn on everything again. I don't think this thing can break through energy shields. Nope. Ignore the graphical glitch. It isn't real. I kinda don't care about this one. Not my favorite. I might lower FTL's audio a teeny bit and see if that balances out better with people's setups. Let's see. What do I want to upgrade from here? Probably just more energy at this point. There's not any major upgrade I need to get. Although I already have the 4th layer of shields powered, so... We're doing good, yeah. We have everything we need powered. We don't need a whole lot more. It really did. This event messed me up the first time I found it, because I said, nah, I'm not gonna accept the offer. And I thought, no, you don't do that because that's a mean thing to do. But nope, that's how you get it. And now we backtrack. We're kind of low on health. That might be a problem. Hooray, we get to fight a mirror match. I keep forgetting to heal. That's gonna bite me one day. You don't want to talk about the Thomas the Tank Engine ships. They don't mess around. I don't want to deal with that. Oh my god. Me but orange just got peeled through the middle. I am totally listening, Devarak. Trust me. Wait a minute, I have a perfect Remo or that. Remo's the less important of the two. And I believe you are just as good at powering systems, yes. Oh wow, I can actually just make like really tanky Zoltans with Honorok. We've already been here, but this is a good time to soup. Oh god, we can get so much health. In the Nexus, just because we don't have to worry about fleet delay. That's right. Don't give up on your dreams of becoming a baker. What do I want from here? Nothing at the moment. I just kind of need repairs. We got time. Oh! Oh, that's sick. That's great. Actually, no, pre-ion is exactly what we want right about now. It's 27, 25, 25, 22. Okay. We really need to find a shop and just get rid of some stuff. We're running out of space. Explore, attack pirate. No, this is why pre-ion is good. Though I don't care much for that. You go here, distract, and... You know, you go here. Oh. You get out. You cut that out. I'm not dealing with that. Or this. Crap. I don't want to deal with this or deal with the micro I need to make that work. So... Hack. Okay, everyone back to their stations. You go here. Deal with the pilot. How do I want to deal with the rest of this? You can go over here, punch that guy. Hit their weapons. I kind of just want to cloak my way out of this. Piracy cannot be forgiven. We'll see how close we can get to the cap of health once we get closer to the Nexus, I think. Oh. Probably a good time to start installing miscellaneous upgrades, like we're gonna need defense scramblers eventually, but I kind of want to just keep the artillery going as hard as we can. Is anyone a fan of targeting override? It always feels like too big of a investment for something that makes your DPS worse. If like this didn't have a weapon system, I might consider it, but considering I have so much going on, I don't think I really care too much. Let's just go with breach sealant just to make that a little less of a hassle. Do I need anything else? Nothing at the moment. Okay, so we got two options. We can go to Gathering Garden Worlds. We could actually do the piloting upgrade to power engines, but I'm pretty comfy with the loadout we have so far. And I think when we're getting to the end of it, we want a slug on the piloting instead of somewhere else. Since we won't have to deal with, that getting mind controlled and our, evasion tanking. I could see it being good on Ancient A. I don't remember what that... Oh wait, is that the one with the bomb artillery? That'd be really good on that, yeah. It kind of has to be for the final fights, yeah. I got Magic Hat. Although I don't have any, like, burning desires to go to a different sector, and I feel like it's a little boring to go to the Union Core world and get the Gatling. But we could probably just go. If you have like a request or think something could be cool, let me know. I don't want to go to the Star Grove right now because I don't think I'm playing well enough to justify it in front of a live audience. But I could be convinced. If you've got bad poetry for me, I could be convinced. Are we looking for... I don't think we have enough time to reroute into the Slug homeworlds and get Slocknog. We would have 2 sectors, and one of those has to be rerouting to the Mega Market. So we'd be able to go to the Slug homeworlds, but we couldn't go to the Royal Nebula and the Mega Market, since they don't let you, reroute twice before going to Sector 8. So that's unfortunately out of the window. But if you can think of any rewards we could get in one unique sector, I'm all ears. We still need to get Ether Tech, now that I think about it. Shit. What sector could get us guaranteed or reliable Ether Tech that would be cool to see? We could go to the Coalition Stronghold and get the the Sealiformer Station. We already have a pre-igniter. Does the Harmony Core World have like a specific event that gives you Ether Tech? Spectral Capital could work, though I don't think we really need to get the unique crewmate from there. So kind of the question is, what sectors give you Ether Tech or offer it? What sector has the rock salesman who sells you the Ooh, that's a good point. Ooh, that's a good point. The pre-igniter could work. I thought you were talking about the pre-ion. I was thinking about doing the quest for the ruins, though I'm not sure how it works with reroutes, and I kind of don't want to risk it since we're so close. I kind of just want to do the one and done, even if it does work the way you're saying. Oh, there is there a new gen weapon in Morphland? I know we fight a Legionnaire. I just don't know if you get new gen stuff from them. I think you probably do, yeah. And that comes from the event where you get, what's his face? Mr. McScientist. That's a good point. I would need a Rockman for the Ancient Mine Launcher. Yeah. I'm feeling Geneocracy Science District. We might not be going there for morphs this time, but we can make this work. Gonna go ahead and spend a little extra on decoy buoys. I like this part. I like this track more the more I hear it. You know, I didn't need to do that. I could have hit weapons or something. I could have just hit an empty, room and just fight there. I don't really need... I might want scrap. But I didn't get it. We do it like this, we should be fine. Yeah. The shell beam is really underwhelming. I'm not a big fan of it. So we don't care about... We care about Site Alpha and Site Omega. I think Alpha is the one that starts the Morph quest. And we don't care about the Morph Cruiser because Sylvan won't show up. Ah, not this asshole again. Do this. This is just G-Van, a preview. Oh, son of a... Oh, I don't like that. Good news is that's gone. And we don't care about their ions. Damn it. That was dumb. You know, this is a good time to use hacking. I do not want to deal with those, lasers. It might not be necessary, but it was completely unnecessary. Man, I am still out of room in my, ship. I've had this heavy energy for like a sector and a half. No mercy. Yeah, we're not worried about wasting power parts at this point. Though we do need to install the pre-igniter before I forget. I don't need a doctor drone this run. Okay, thank God, a store. Okay, thank goodness he didn't get mad at me for not being hit 3 times. Don't need this, or don't need this. Actually, no, we want that. Things can go wrong in the mega market. I kind of want a shell mechanic, but I have no idea who I'm replacing him for. I have a good crew right now, and I need to make room for Alkali. I might actually get rid of... And I want to make room for Silric and G-Van later. The really... No. The temporal manipulator is going to mess me up at some point, and I'm going to want something that lets me deal with that. Okay. I have to get rid of one of them. And the truth is... Well, 2 of them. And the truth is... You've been an excellent crewmate. You've done your part for as long as a person could want him. But we're done with you. Maxwell, welcome to the crew. You are going to help us out when life gets weird. This ship only has 8 crewmates, and we're specifically handicapped because we have a gnome on board. So... What was I going to do? Yeah. I think we might want to get the upgrade to have them... Excuse me. Yeah, to make them we don't know if we need telepathic slugs right now. I think we can leave it be. We'll leave things like this for the time being. We have a lot of scrap. I need to use it. May as well go ahead and get the defense scrambler right now and respirators. Because it's not the kind of thing I want to not need and not have. Same with medbot dispersal. You never know. But we're just doing so well on energy and all that stuff. Ah, that's rough. Goodbye, morphs. Here. I might want you up top. Whoops. I might as well keep O2 on if I'm not doing anything else with it. That's right, these things eat through Zoltan shields. I'm not dealing with that. Eh, you're probably dead. I'll accept surrender. We are at the stage of the run where we can pretty much blast through everything and not even ask questions. Access to the lab. Arrest you. And I can just kind of wail on you. If I remember correctly, Site Omega is what we're looking for. Unless Terry's in the chat, I don't know if he's... Are you in the wrong chat? Does he have his own stream today? Anyway, have fun at lunch, Quarter. Or have fun at not lunch, I guess. I'm not Terry, but I'll answer the question anyway. I have played with... I haven't played with any of the non-official multiverse add-ons, but I'd like to start branching out into a couple of them, just because I know it's a lot of stuff and a lot of ships I haven't done. Dock, continue, syringe, this, pagan gods, distress call. Racism. Alright, now we're here with the Legionnaire. Refuse. Do nothing. Goodbye, L numbers. You go here. God, that's a lot of drones. I don't want to deal with that. Who jumped on our ship and where are they? There. Oh, let's see. Yeah, you can probably both fight him and be fine. I stand corrected. These are Legionnaires. These hurt like hell. These hit like trucks. Move you into healing. Please. We're gonna hold off on anything for now. Just keep them in place. Good way to do things. Okay, they left, I think. Hooray! No, I gotcha. He's definitely the premier FTL streamer. Medbot Dispersal is always useful when an opponent has upgraded boarding drones, just because it takes so long to get rid of them and you have to keep fighting them. And when you get to fights against like Sylvan and Prime, there's always like a really obnoxious boarding group. Ooh, cluster bombs. So it always pays to have something to work with in that regard. I think we might go with cluster bombs instead of the modded missiles for now, just because these clean up really well. Though we could probably afford to... That's 2, 6... Yeah, we may as well just make the upgrade and just run all this and not worry about the anti-hull. What other upgrades do I want? Well, we have Ether Tech. I can just get Ether Shielding at this point. But let's get the I don't have sensors. Oh, God. Oh, God, that's a problem. I think I should backtrack and see if I can get it from this store, because otherwise I have to get it from a Hector store. Oh, that might be a problem. Okay, we caught it. We caught it. We are okay. We can make it to the Nexus. Oh, man. Thank God we figured that out now and not in the Mega Mart. Go ahead and top ourselves off while we're at it. Oh, we're not really starved for energy at the moment, and we might want some other stuff first. And our, yeah, our Zoltan are eating good right now, so we're doing pretty alright. We're not really starved for energy, so I'm kind of thinking that we should wait a little bit to see if we need to buy other things or get, like, a good offer on weaponry and that kind of thing. I've done it again. Though I don't think we're going to need too much to make this fight work. Bye, Ooch. Wait, hold on. What am I fighting? What is this? That's so... Wait, who's on my ship? I don't know what happens to the snowman after he dies, or if anything happened. Do I just gotta leave him be? Yeah, I'm gonna leave him be, but I think I will upgrade my shield performance a little bit. We don't need the ion shielding because we're pretty much entirely running on energy thing shielded. The snowman was from the chaotic renegade weapon, but it teleported it back into my ship because it's technically friendly crew. But it's basically always an obstacle, so I think Alkali was shooting him anyway. I don't know the maximum level for ether shielding, but I think you can get the augment, and I think the best one is the one on Prime's personal cruiser, and you can also get it from the internal upgrade. I don't need that. I'm actually kind of low on fuel. That could be a problem. Should probably shut off. I think we've got just about all the upgrades we want. Now let's make sure we reroute into the Mega Market. Wait, don't use the jump speed augment yet. Reroute Hector Mega Market. Oh crap, I didn't get any decoy buoys. I guess you have to do that before you do all this. Something we can do, beat them up. Let's do it. Spores. Don't need scrap, really. We'll go for more health. Anti-ship batteries. We don't care about that. But we do want to go here, then here, then here. So we'll see this. We just need to make sure we see every nebula beacon to make sure we generate the right quest beacon. This cheery music is great for going into copious amounts of debt. Soup. Don't really need this. We're not going to use this. A hole busting. If we don't go to another shop, I think we are just going to want to have some kind of mod on our missile. Yeah, we'll just give it a hole buster. None of these are what we're looking for. So go to this store. Yeah, good catch. Get some fuel while we're here. We don't need anything else, and oh yeah, what did we want? No good mods. And these are pretty much fully fueled, so we'll put the rest into that. And we may as well get some other onboard tech as well. We don't need lifeform scanner. We should just get another level of shields, and it will eventually be able to get another layer of ether shielding. It does mean we're going into a bunch of stores in a row. Well, more soup. Still no accuracy mods. That's a shame. Okay. Ions. I think I might get a weapon buffer, yeah. Okay, we found the pod. Do your thing, Anarok. That's kind of weird. I haven't streamed in a long time, so I'm not entirely sure what would cause it. And it's the first time I've streamed on YouTube, so if it's that bad, let me know. Is it doing that thing where if it pauses, it doesn't stay on the live feed on YouTube? I know that YouTube streaming is a little bit different from Twitch in that it doesn't default to the present moment. Well, low fidelity streaming. I'll try to fix it in the future, but let's treat this as a good experience. Alright, we have the quest beacon, so all that's left now, it's gonna just be getting the last few upgrades we can get. That's whack. Okay, this, everything back in, everything in here. Should be fine. Wow, these snowmen are super annoying. It's great. one more fight to get another level in weapons, and I think we'll be good. More scrap, extra level of this, and probably an extra level in here and a little bit extra energy. You never know. Two missiles, that's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna need fuel. Okay. Can't do any other major upgrades, but I should probably upgrade hacking. Because I don't want to end up in a situation where I need to hack and cloak and come up short. I may as well go to the distress beacon and get a little extra scrap. I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. Time to see whether or not I'm cooked. Hello, Sylvan. Hello, Sylvan. Time to fight, Sylvan. That's not very nice. Actually, yeah, that's a problem. Shit. Close the room. Get you over here so you're not, like, completely missing out on that. Okay, get this going, get ready for this for the time being. We're gonna want to get hacking. Actually, we can get hacking online right now. Or just about. Somehow we unintentionally got a really good setup for breaking through an ion shield when we're fighting Sylvan. It's good that we got this guy sporing immediately. Let's not mess around with it. I got other things I need to pay attention to. Wow, I do not have a lot of people who can actually run around and deal with stuff right now. But I don't need shields while hacking's going on, so I can actually probably afford to leave this here and have this guy start fighting. So we are going to have some trouble actually dealing damage to the ship, I think. Let's use the mod missile. Damn it. Get this guy offline. That's good. We'll eventually deal enough damage thanks to our, what's it called? Artillery, but... Okay, stand down, some heavy missiles, a lot of scrap. You really do need the defense drone scrambler if you want to fight Sylvan traditionally. At least with non-beams. Okay, but that does mean that, hacking could be a problem if it hits one of my Zoltan. Well, it's a good thing we got Alkali to make things a little bit easier. What other upgrades can we do to simplify stuff? Oh yeah, I can get another thing of, I can actually get the, ether shielding. I didn't do that yet. What else could we get that could be helpful? cloaking. We'll hold off on that. TL jammer, hacking. Neural disruptor could be nice. I think I might just want the performance upgrade. Keeps it simple. And I do not want... Yeah, might be time to get better things. Zoltan shielding is an energy shield, and ether shielding is an internal upgrade that gives you energy shielding. It's distinct, but the two of them stack. So this you can see here, we got 5 and an extra 3 because of the internal upgrade we just installed. We can't do really anything else, so I think it's just a question of getting to the next stage of the fight and letting it do its thing. Okay. Enter. The Super Blast doors were, I don't know if you can get more than, like, 3 levels and then manning them to get the 4th level, but that's been a thing since FTL Advanced Edition as far as I can remember. Hello, G-Van. Yeah, tell me what the thing is. I never told it. I modded this in just so I could have a stupid bit in my latest video. I'm proud of that. Can't believe I betrayed G-Van. Yeah, explain. I'm not paying attention. Gotta remember how I did this. Just going, get you in a different room. Actually, yeah, put you on sensors. Lock the doors in case he teleports up. Get this ready ASAP. Hit here. And we want to work on getting the shields down ASAP. We are going to want this here. Okay. Spare G-Van, but I don't... Who am I going to replace for G-Van? What do I... Do I want G-Van or Silric? And if so, who do I replace him with? I'm probably going to want a perfect teleporter at some point. So, you've had a good run, NG Defender, but... I want a guy that can walk around like that. The shell mechanic is going to come in handy a lot later. But I did buy him for a reason. I want to have something in for the boarding and dealing with who was it? Her when we get to the very end stages of the run. So we'll hold on until then. Oh yeah, we're in the Nexus now. I need to actually figure out what I want to get. We can get rid of this. And I want to fully upgrade the ship. And I probably don't need my second layer of, I probably don't need my second Peacekeeper at this point. I think we can probably just get rid of him and keep Devorak where he is. I'll go ahead and sell you some missiles. We got more than enough. Not gonna need this. Let's take a look and see what augments we can get. I'm not gonna need decoy buoys, so if we see something good, we may as well take it. I'm tempted to get Surge Controller, because it'd be really funny to get, a drone swarm against Prime and her. I might go for that for now. That seems fun. Though, yeah, magnetic payload is, like, obviously good. And there are fights where it will pay off. I might actually just wait on it. I think I can afford to wait on that for a little bit. I'm gonna get some fights in, and I can come back to that shop if I really need to. I know it's Lemon and Slime, but I'm not telling him. I should actually probably use hacking proactively. It's one of those things that's gonna bite me if I don't. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can't actually get through. So I may as well just train on rock on weapons. I can actually just stop them from repairing, so no one's gonna get anything done anytime soon. So now we can just kind of... Rebel Sylvan is definitely the scariest, just because of how many charge lasers he has. Here, go ahead, have more missiles. I have so much scrap, it's stupid. Let's see. Nothing I need. Sell some resources. Have some drone parts, actually. Nothing super interesting. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good one. I'm tempted to get the reloader just to make my artillery even faster. Yeah, I think I'll go for that. I'm gonna go ahead and refill my water. I'm gonna be back in maybe 2 minutes. All right, we're back. So I might want to go for the reload in the other shop. Do you remember where that was? Was it specifically this one? Soup? Yep, right here. Yeah, this is gonna be so fast. Like, maybe the actual fastest you can get with a, Soup's up. The fastest you can get with artillery. That's a good question. You'd have to ask about it you'd have to ask the water. It's, apparently in its natural, habitat. you can still... Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I might have wanted to hold off on getting it so I could get, shadow weaponry. But if we run into another reloader, we're probably fine. We'll just have to actually see what's available to us. We'll stop by Dylan soon anyway. Splat. Splat. Spit. There we go. Have fun not repairing things. Well, that's a thing I didn't need. I'm afraid I cannot take you with me, 1D Sylvan. You haven't really needed to power oxygen thanks to our floral elite. It's just really good. It means you don't actually have to invest that much energy into it, especially in the early game. And even when you got breaches, it kind of just handles it on its own. Okay, here's another reloader. If we see shadow weaponry, this is where we'll be able to pick it up. Note to self. So right here. Okay, we'll do your puzzles. Advance. Oh man. I guess it's the Kestrel. That's slavery, we're hostile, Arcadia. I cannot take either of you, forgive me. I'll think about Disruption Field. Let me double check and see what it does. I'm trying to remember. Ah, crud, I could have gotten soup. I don't think it's that important against Prime, because if I am going to be using an augment to prevent one of those things, I'd rather prevent cloaking more than anything else. Soup's up. I'm gonna feel really bad about doing it, but I think I'm gonna replace Honorok with Silric when the actual fight starts. And I'm gonna feel really bad about it, but I am gonna have Honorok, what's the word? Probably rant to Sylvan before I kick him off. Although I might not actually have the chance now that I think about it. Well, I'd have to actually do the converting the beans into Silric first, and then I do the crew replacement. That's a problem for later. I think I might want some laser beams. I do not have footage of Hoedown. I don't know when I'd actually want to fit that into a video, in all honesty. Oops, that was too early. I can just do this, it's fine. I mistimed that. This could hurt. Never mind, we're fine. See, even with this, I don't really care that they hack oxygen. Just replenish it so fast. Though I think Cluster Bomb's time has passed. Although I don't really know if I need the mod missiles over Cluster Bombs. I deal most of my damage through other stuff, so I don't really care about the whole breaking. I wonder if you can do any more internal upgrades. Probably not. Okay. And I might actually just want to get the explosive replicator while I think of it. And extinguishers. This could matter in a later fight. And I should get the neural disruptor, because everything helps. So right now, let's just max the main systems and make sure we can afford to visit the hat merchant. Forgive me, Freemantis Sylvan. I had to do it to you. I really don't. I really didn't need to do it to him. Do I need the cool kid beam? Probably not. I'd actually rather have this laser beam and the arrow beam. This is gonna give me tinnitus. Oh, I do need to change this out anyway, just because I don't have room for it. I think that's probably true. Definitely the one who rhymes is a lot tougher, I think, than the Rebel flagship. So if you're not prepared for one or the other, it just hurts like hell. We'll do it like this. I'm probably gonna switch it for the arrow beam when we get it, but for now, this is fine. No. No, I'm good. Soup's up. Don't need this. Probably don't need that either. Would I take the mod missile over the frost charger? Because I'm not really using it that often. But if I do take out Sylvan's shields with fire, it could actually deal a lot of damage. The question is how much I need that. Honestly, I don't need the Zoltan shield, funnily enough. I think this is actually kind of a waste with the given things, just because it's going to get annihilated immediately by Prime's... What's the word? Oh yeah, artillery. His own artillery. It's not that great, it's just funny. So I probably want to switch it out right now for the cluster bomb. And we'll roll with this for a little bit. I think this is good. I'm really tempted to get that last reloader, but I want to see if we can find shadow weaponry before we do any of that. Before I forget, let's actually finish upgrading. Pretty much. Energy shields just don't matter in the Prime fight. I didn't know until recently that if you have the bucket, it counts as enough of a crewmate that even if you lose all your other crewmates during a fight, it will survive, not really fight enemies, and you'll still be able to basically run a ship without any crew, even a non-AI cruiser. Seriously, I have not found the hat. What's up with that? Hello, Dylan. Do I want any of these? Probably not. It'd be pretty cool if you had a shadow weaponry. There we go. Forgive me, Dylan. Cloaking. Level 3 cloaking. Shadow weaponry. There we go. What else you got? I feel like Never Miss is a little bit slow. I think we can do more with the weapon slot, and I'd rather have it be the error missile. And we gotta go here anyway. With all the reloaders, the other stuff is good too. What do we do? Us. I guess we are overthrowing Prime. This would be a really cool thing if active abilities weren't useless against her. What upgrade do we even want? I mean, short-range teleportation would make life a lot easier if we get like stuck in a room, or if we have to move around things, or if rooms get locked. And I don't really need double range damage. Like, when are we really suffocating? Like, we have enough that we're not really worried about like breaches. We have the breach sealant, the fire thingy. I think we're probably fine just with short-range teleportation. If we ever end up with rooms that are run out of oxygen, we can fix it really... We can just move out of them, I would say. It's an interesting idea to, like, forcibly suffocate things, but I think that's kind of bad going into the later fights. I don't think it matters quite as much as having good crewmate mobility. Now for the rest of the internal upgrades. It's a funny way to vent out the ship. I just think that there's probably better solutions. The way you'd want to get Tully to the Prime fight is by using his cruiser, his personal one. And you do that by getting him to the Ancient quest line. That way you start with Tully, and you can bring him through this whole thing without having to get to Sector 8. There are some ways you can naturally get Tully from Sector 8 into the Nexus, but that involves like weird sector generation where you have the nebula near the very end, so it has to forcibly push the Nexus entrance into Sector 8. And that's a lot of really weird contrivances that I don't want to deal with. That's a weird word. Okay, what upgrades have we not gotten? Long-range jump, ion field, could come in handy. Probably want this. Not that. We might want this. We don't care about FTL jammer. We might want this. We will want this. And this might matter. May as well get this as well. This might actually matter too. I think most artillery probably should not have as many bars as this one does. Having a quarter charge speed with all these reloaders is probably not a healthy thing for a multiverse. So I don't disagree with them kind of having a limit, so to speak. However minor. Soup's up. Don't need the suzerain pheromones, and I don't need the chaotic frost charger, unfortunately. So now I have to figure out what else I want from this stuff. You're not wrong. Signal diluter. I don't think we really want any of these. How many events do we have left? Did we just not see the error beam? No, that would have been a ship. Soup's up. That's a good point. I keep forgetting about the blessings. Oh, this shop has 2 reloaders. What the hell? There are many stupid things in multiverse, but at least some ships should have a gimmick that goes beyond limits. Or have limits to go beyond, I guess. You know what? We ball. Maximum reloading. Soup's up. Hello, Rebel Sylvan. Oh, this is actually mine, like, mildly annoying. It's kind of rare for me to come to the Nexus without a way to deal with, or without teleporters. I don't think I've finished him off in a long time. I'll check in a moment. Okay, I don't like that. You know what? That's okay. We're just gonna fight to the side, and I'm not gonna do anything about it. I probably should do this. I genuinely don't think we'll break through my shields at all. This is basically just a Leia fight. So no one actually has to do anything, and I can do stuff like this. You can hang out with the gnome. All right, let's see. Our oh, what? Well, Peacekeeper has 300 health inside the spores and 150 health outside of it. Devorek has 320 within, 160 without. And Anorak is sitting at 160. So we actually should start thinking about what we want to do with the lab. So Zoltan... What does Spiritual Abandonment do? Oh, I don't care about that. I kind of want him to keep not fighting. And we don't need extra power. We already have too much as it is. This would be really cool, but actually this would kick ass. We'd actually be able to have Devorek go to the enemy ship and just focus on sabotage. That's actually kind of cool as hell. Yeah, we have so much energy that I don't think we're worried about it. The only problem with this one is that it does mean that we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 crewmates who can actually fight on our own ship, which could be a problem. Sorry about that. We may as well get neural redirection, just because we could use the extra stats. And I may as well go for thorns. I like this. I'm fine with it. And it does mean that Devorek can just sabotage with very little trouble. Though I have to keep in mind I'm not on a clone-based ship, so I actually have to pay attention and be careful with folks. Are there any other internal upgrades I'm not going for, or I haven't gone for? Let's get rid of the scrap arm. I think we're good. Just need to find a few extra beacons. Soup. Yeah, I'll buy some M-Bucks. It would probably be a good idea to get the clone bay, but I kind of don't want to think about it that much. Actually, no, you're right. It would be a good idea to get the clone bay. I could get all the upgrades. It would be at full capacity. And I already have healing in the form of alkali. So we're not really wanting for it or anything. I don't think cluster bomb's that important to us, though I think I am going to sell the rest anyway. Soup. This. Go for the clone bay. Don't forget backup DNA. And let's see if there's anything else we can get. We're pretty much maxed out. We don't need a whole lot right now. It's not amazing against her, but I think we're good enough on our other systems that I'm not super worried about it. We have hacking if we really need to get rid of, what is it? The borders from our ship. Although I think between Silric and the Sylvan we get that replaces the gnome, we should have a method of, like, getting rid of stuff. we're gonna take on Prime right after I go to the bathroom and stretch a little bit. Oops. We are back. And to answer your question about Dylan, if there's anything I've learned about him, it's that he absolutely can run a shop from the deep expanses of space. He is beyond comprehension in that way. But let's see, all this stuff together, we have this. There is an argument to be using bombs over some of the other stuff, but between the pre-ion, the laser beam, and the big boy beam, I think we're probably fine for going into all of this. One more thing of soup. Help the can of beans first. Now we have Honorok Ramble. Okay, good thing we did that first. We don't need any more, but I will just make a missile for the hell of it. Let's make a... Unfortunately, this is where Honorok has to say goodbye. You've done a good job. Okay, that's fine. You move over here. Just kidding, you move over here. You get out of there. That's kind of annoying, but it's okay. Let's see. You get over there, fight that. You suffocate. Hold on, before I forget, I'm gonna do something stupid. Floors. Now I move. Wait. Goodbye, energy shields. Get that out of the way. Get you going. Where did I put G-Van? Oh, I don't want you there. Lots of fires. You're in danger. Swap over there. We're gonna open everything up except this. Oh, that's why you're not repairing things. Go ahead and repair that. Go ahead and explode. Get everyone else healing. We're gonna save this. Okay, I can get these offline. There we go. Get you down. Oh shit. Get you going so I don't forget and then get hit by a bunch of missiles. Oh shit. Wait until that's okay. Good. Try it again. Come on. That's bad. Okay. They're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting. We're gonna get hit by a bunch of missiles. This is not... Oh, this is gonna hurt like hell. Shit. Please stop. Oh, thank you. Oh, that got really bad really fast. Okay. Good news is that the countdown is going down. Too bad. But we're not dead, so I'm gonna count my blessings. We just gotta make sure that they can't do anything crazy in the meantime. Thank God you have a lot of health. Really should have set up cloaking sooner. But we're doing good damage. If nothing else, we have that going for us. And thank goodness we have breach seeker too. May as well go ahead and get a little bit more oxygen in the system so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, cloaking, so you can't do that to me again. Okay, so the good news is we dealt a lot of damage really fast. Goodbye, Chomsky. You're a menace. Okay, one last shop. Crap, did I want the cluster bomb? I don't know. I like the random bullshit go quality that the not beam has. Although we might not be able to get this going very well during the her fight, so I think we're going to replace it with the cluster bomb. Oh, good catch. The only problem is we don't really need a battery beam at this stage. Like, what would it actually, like, power? What would it give us that we don't already have? We could take a horse with us. Okay, now we actually have to reallocate our crew in a way that isn't insane. I think I want you on engines. Did I not have anyone in engines for that fight? That seems stupid. On brand for me, though. Yeah, when you get the gnome replaced, your Sylvan will eventually just jump back into your ship. Okay, I think we're good for now. Now we are at the smiley face stage of the run. This is just kind of the wear you down and be annoying stage of multiverse. Cut that out. We can actually just take care of it now by doing this. Oh. Oh, that's why. That's really annoying. Cut that out. That's on me. I didn't have to take that much damage. I kind of do want tracking flares. Like, realistically, that's gonna make certain parts of the run a lot less annoying. So, farewell, Reloader number 3. You served us well. Yeah, mess him up. Yeah, the map is, disturbing, let's say. Lots of funny little teeth. Now we can get this going a lot faster. We have just about every upgrade, I think. That's why I couldn't use spores. No, you don't get to do anything. I've done this fight a couple times. I'm still honestly kind of nervous going into it. Oh, they used oh no. That poor bird. So, quite a bit of it. I feel like there's stuff around this part of the game that I probably still don't know. Or like little intricacies or something. They kind of are, but I think that... Well, hey, they needed more to do with the Siren and Harpy crewmates. It'd be really cool if they, once they actually said Siren update in mind, would get more to do here. Like one small thing where someone defects from her to get you an extra crewmate if you already have a Siren crewmate on board. Before we fight her, I'm just gonna prepare the little extras we have. Never mind, that doesn't work. Actually, yes, no, this does work. It's just very inefficient. Oh, geez, I forgot to do the augment. Or I guess I couldn't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's like maybe 10 seconds extra. Okay, now the time for her. I am actually going to need to focus for this. I'm really bad at dealing with the cursors touching phase. Oh, there is no tracking flares to be... I don't need tracking flares. Alright. Okay, that's really annoying, and now I have to figure out how to deal with all of them at once. The problem is no one's fighting him or killing him, so I need to actually get someone in there to deal with it. I probably want Silric and you. I probably need to deal with you too. Yep. Let's deal with that. Get you going here so I don't have to worry about you. You going here so I don't have to worry about you. I may as well actually just get you off so I don't have to care. Okay, who's about to die? Move you over here, get you over here. Yeah, just piss off for a little bit. That's annoying. Get rid of you. That's right. Shit, I'm not paying attention. I gotta actually pay attention to see how many crewmates are on and why I can't do it. Oh, that was not smart to do that. No, I don't think I have a good way of dealing with all that stuff. Deal with him. Okay, let's see. Well, we're slowly getting overwhelmed, and that's not great. I don't like that I'm getting ion stormed all the way here. Let's see. Get you out of here, place, and we'll figure out the rest as we go. Get you. The big problem now is just making sure we have enough stuff going on. And we're probably going to need you to repair the, get you over here. Get you out of here. You over here. Yeah, we're gonna want the weapons back online ASAP. Okay, let's see. Definitely what's it called? The things get out of hand a little too easily. I see the evil mouse. We're gonna let them repair that so they can fix it so I can get them off this ship. May as well do this now. Okay, good. We can do this. Hold on. I could have sworn that used to work, or at least got them off the ship. In which case, we're kind of in trouble for the time being. We want to deal with these right now. And we want to get that back online, but more than anything, we need to get our shield running. let's get you over here to get working on this.
You're trying to purchase, and you know,
Don't care for that. Let's see. Get that back online. Get that back online. Can you? Yes. Start getting the health back going. Okay, who's dying? Who's having trouble? Oh, you. Get this thing.
It's not letting get your shield is green. Green is my favorite color.
I still got a minute before everything goes a little bit more in our favor.
I need fires.
I noticed. You get over here. Okay, no, you do. Think about that. I think I'd like you over here. Get Alkali taken care
You're
of.
trying to purchase, and you know,
You suffocating. We want to get our Sylvans back online ASAP. Go ahead and get it. We don't care as much about that. Close the doors. Okay. Some of them went back. That helps us a bit. How are we doing on health? You got a little ways to go. You can get a few things back online. Yeah. Getting my shields going again. You're almost dead. Let's get you out of here. Can I? Okay, I don't want you busting that up. Distract them. So now we're kind of in a bit of a problem stage where I can't do a whole lot. Get you over How am I gonna get that guy out of here? Well, things ain't great here. Okay. That's really annoying. Get the weapons offline again. If there's any silver lining, it's that wait a little bit. And we should be able to start clearing out those ships soon enough. This is real annoying. Okay, get you off. Can't do that. Okay. It's pretty bad, but not the worst it's ever been. What the hell is eating? Oh. is pretty bad right now. What can I do to get things back on time? Shit. Okay, we have doors. We can do something with that. Don't love the Gravistar. This might be a bust if we can't keep it going. Full anaerobic crew would be a bad idea. Well, this is bad. I don't think we can actually do a whole lot aside from the, nope. So we are entirely reliant on Silva not being dead. So we're kind of SOL. Unless you can keep it. I still don't understand what's the word? Hacking didn't get the crew off our ship. That's really annoying. Truth be told, I don't think they know what they're actually trying to do. So we might actually still win this if we can hold out long enough for the little thing. Oh, that looks like that's falling apart now. Cross our fingers. Yeah, they really have no idea what they're trying to do. We might still win. Alright, appreciate that. Crap. That might be it. We're kind of relying on the Gravistar messing things up for them. So really, we're just waiting. Get rid of that. This stuff is not actually like in a bad position to win.
You're trying to get our purchase. It's not anything your shit on the screen. It is my favorite gun. You're trying to get our purchase.
Yeah, we're kind of relying on it ending up back at a Gravistar.
Mr. Enemy!
Not to die. We can still do it. We can still do it. We could do it. We could do it. Yeah! Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. What a run. A lot of mistakes. I probably shouldn't have switched over to the clone bay. But that was the best end of the Chaos Nexus I could have thought of. Just letting the bucket do it. Oh, okay. Well, I think that about wraps it up for the stream. About 3.5 hours. I hope you'll tune in tomorrow where we do something totally different. If I remember correctly, I think we're doing Slay the Spire 2. It'd be great to see some of you if y'all have time, but thanks for coming by. And I'll see you some other time. haven't.